I'm Hannah Sattlemayer, student at the Hospitality Management Center. Tri-C is starting a new series called What's Cooking in the Pantry? Did you know that there are 4 food pantries at the main locations at Tri-C? If you are a student at Tri-C, be sure to check out the pantry. Today we are going to make a 1-pan Southwestern chicken and rice bake. In a bowl, I have 1 pound of chicken. I have 2 chicken breasts and 2 chicken thighs. I'm going to add a little oil to this, about 2 tablespoons. Now it's time to measure out our seasonings. I have black pepper, teaspoon of salt, chili powder, ground cumin, smoked paprika, and ancho chili powder. Mix this together and then place it over your chicken, and then using tongs, I am going to mix this together. I am going to set that aside and heat up a sauté pan to sear off this chicken. Okay, now that the pan is hot, I'm going to add some oil and then lay down the chicken breast just to get a good sear. I want enough color on the pan, that way we can scrape it up whenever we deglaze with the tomato sauce, but I don't want the color too dark on the pan. So if the chicken is not all the way cooked through, we can finish roasting it in the oven. Now that the chicken is seared, I'm going to remove it and place it onto a baking rack, and then I'll place it into the oven until it reaches an internal temp of 165. Now I am going to saute 1.5 cups of onion, 1 red bell pepper, 3 jalapenos, and then let this saute until tender. Most of the moisture has been evaporated, so I'm going to scoot it off to the side, and then it's time to toast the rice. I'm placing 1.5 cups of long grain brown rice that I got from the Tri-C food pantry into the skillet. I'm going to add a little extra oil and the adobo seasoning. The rice is toasted. Now I'm going to add a 14-ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes. Add about 3 1/4 cups of chicken stock. And at this time, I am adding 1 can of corn. Let the rice simmer for about 20 minutes and let stand for 5. It's been 20 minutes. I'm going to check the rice to see if it's done. It looks fantastic. I'm going to taste it and adjust the seasonings. I'm adding a little bit more salt. There we go. Okay. In a separate pan, I heated pinto beans and black beans. Now I'm adding them to the mix, and then I'll give this a stir. Make sure everything is evenly incorporated. This smells amazing. I'm going to leave this covered and set it off to the side. While that is setting, I am going to reach into the oven, grab the chicken, and slice it up before service. I am going to cut each piece of chicken into about 4 pieces on a bias, just for visual appeal. Okay. Now it's time to bring this over to the table. You could plate this, just leave it in a skillet and serve it to your family this way, or you could plate it family style. I'm going to set it on a white plate and then layer it with the chicken. And then my favorite garnishes are fresh cilantro, limes, and jalapeno coins. Looks good. Okay. This recipe makes up enough food to feed about 4 people. You could always divide it in half or in 4s for single portions. Now it is time to plate up the chicken. I'm just going to set it, just scatter it throughout. That. Now it's time to add the garnishes. I'm going to start with some fresh cilantro. Jalapeno coins are optional. This looks amazing. I'm going to add some fresh lime wedges and slices along the side. That only took a half hour, and here is dinner. Dinner is served. 1-pan Southwestern chicken and rice dish. Don't forget, if you're a student, be sure to check out the Tri-C Food Pantry and give this recipe a try.